What is something you used to live and breathe for years but now don't? The need to progress in life. I make enough money to pay my bills. I don't need some dream job. I just take life one day at a time. Partying. I was the life of the party. Got chronic migraine, and now alcohol is a trigger. I don't miss it, but it's interesting to find out who only liked me when I was drunk. The Marvel Universe. My dad used to be my Marvel bro, and we'd obsess over it. Watch all the trailers, theorize, go see the films on opening day. It was awesome. Infinity War was in the slightly distant future, and it was gonna be epic. I lost him just before Doctor Strange came out. I still go see them, and sometimes people come with me, but it's not the same when they don't get the references. I miss him like hell. I miss always having something to look forward to. The show, The Walking Dead. When it first came out, I was downright obsessed with it. I always talked about it, always wore merch for it, and watched it on repeat. Norman Reedus, or Daryl in the show, was also a big part of this obsession. I stopped being so obsessed with it all once a few seasons went by. Edit, by a few seasons, I mean, I stopped after season 8 LOL, and after I got my first boyfriend. Horses. Thought I'd never give up horses, but my income hasn't exactly aligned with the cost of keeping one. Maybe one day. Mine is also horses. I owned horses from 12, 23 years old and rode religiously. Competed, everything. I drove a truck and had a little horse trailer at 16. I was a classic horse girl and lived and breathed it. At 23, my horse was put down from old age. I was graduating college and getting married. We had no money, lived in an apartment, and couldn't justify buying a new horse and paying hundreds per month on board. I also was so busy with school, student, teaching, working, I wasn't having the time to enjoy it and was often only making it out to ride or be with my horse 1 or 2 times per month, so I never got back into it. I'll be 33 in a few days, and I am a teacher, wife, and mom of 2 under the age of 5. I do miss it. Maybe one day when the kids are older. Gym life. I'd go twice a day, meal prepped every Sunday, was in the best shape ever. But then, I had a kid, career, marriage, my priorities shifted. Honestly happier now though. It took years of unlearning, but decentering men. I didn't even realize how much of what I did was for the male gaze. I'm embarrassed to even admit this, but I was conditioned and had no idea. This realization and doing the work to truly center myself, it's been freeing. I don't hate men, or anyone for that matter, LOL. I just love myself more now. Man, remember MySpace? I used to spend hours on there customizing my profile, choosing the perfect song to represent my mood, and making sure my top friends list was just right. It was the place to be, and everyone was on it. Now, I can't even remember the last time I logged in or heard anyone mention it. It's like it just disappeared overnight. Active social life, specifically partying. When I was in my 20s, if my friends went to a club or bar or party and I didn't, I'd get such FOMO. I didn't want to miss any party or night out, always wanted to be drinking or smoking weed with people. Now, the thought of that exhausts me. But mine is football, soccer. Grew up loving it and wanting to be a pro player. Followed it religiously. Consumed most of my personal time playing or watching it. If I had no one to play with, I played it on my own after school until it was time for me to come in for bed. I now only watch during certain times and not with any passion at all. Veterinary medicine, emergency critical care. 55 hours a week working overnights, weekends, and holidays. Pretty much any time a regular vet clinic would be closed. 5:30 p.m. till 8 a.m. the following morning, if the owners came on time to pick up their pets to transfer or take home. On the weekends, it was so busy, you were lucky to make it to the bathroom before wetting yourself from holding it. I went 10 years without a holiday off with my family, and then got mocked the year I asked for my birthday off. What, are you 12? I went to school for this. I literally went to school for this, and it became my life. At the end of many years, I was done, burned out and exhausted. I loved the medicine and the challenge of difficult cases. I hated the toxic, high-stress workplace. I would come home with mystery bruises and cuts with no idea how I got them. Being a vet tech is a physical job. I met some amazing people and learned from them all. I also got my tires cut, had a gun pulled on me, and had clients physically attack because an emergency vet visit isn't free, and I was a cruel, heartless person who was going to let their animal, who laid up in the yard for 5 days before they got excited about it, die. I'm not in the field now, and while I do miss parts of it, I have a life now, and I can sleep at night. Thank you for watching this video. Write your comments and don't forget to subscribe.